Hey guys, all right. So I really tried hard to give you guys a video yesterday, but it's Sunday for me, so I have kids. I don't know if you can hear that, but I'm doing a video, boo boos. Boo boo video. Um, so my daughter's having a conniption fit. All right. Um, yeah. So I wanted to show you guys long term here for a sec, just so you guys get a gist of what's going on in the long term. So we got our leg coming down here, and wave-wise, I don't think we're done, unless this was some bizarre stretched one leg, and then 2, 3, 4, 5, and that would be done. That'd be really, really hard. Let's zoom in on that a bit, and you can see the leg I'm talking about here. It'd be really difficult for me to think that this is done, but it could be. So I usually don't use counts in projections. I just wanted to show you guys what I look at a little bit more. Actually, I'll leave that line there. There's a few variations. If this is going to be the way I think it is, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, or even better, 1, 2, not 3 yet. That would be the best, but it looks like we're testing the limits now of this leg not being finished because of this retracement. So let's just, for ease of projecting and getting out of wave counts, because they're not fun for projecting anyway, let's just say that this is going to be a 1, 2, 3, 4. So all I'm looking for is the top of this, so we can make a lower low, or if it's truncated, not a lower low. What we've done here is we've broken a trend line, we didn't even breathe on it, and we broke another trend line. So obviously we're up. Now let's take a look at wave counts here. I mean symmetricalness. This as an A, right? A, B, C. It was really ugly at the time, but anyway, we still are off for that. So, all right, let's just figure out if this is a full ABC happening itself. So I'll change the direction of this. See if we're going to do something like that. Now, if this is going to happen, we're going to go blue and then up, for their next leg. So now I'm going to do something completely bizarre and take this leg as if it might be finished and walk it back and see what it looks like. It actually lines up. If this was a flip top, like I think it was, it actually lines up quite good. So we might be done on the retracement there. And if not, I still have other targets. But wave counting, that's all I really got. Nothing's lining up so far. I like to leave these lines here just in case I get projections and time everything lines up. I get a little more confident. But as for now, nothing's lining up. So let's get in the H1 here. I have this way zoomed out. This is actually, I actually tried to do a video for you guys yesterday, and these were my buy points and my sell points. So I'll just keep those up there, and let's look at them, because I rarely get to look at my projections anymore. Yeah, it was really ugly. See, I was talking about this in my video, that the Asian session actually had the first trade, which is a 38.2. And it looks like, see, I took a fib here, and the retracement I saw is basically saying 38.2 is a good test, 50% is a good test, and 61.8 is a good test. And they were all good because they lined up with either Camarillas or other type of projections. So they were all quite good. But if I go even smaller, I can show you that this is actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that this count was fine, except it ended here. So I thought what was happening maybe was A, B, C, and that's exactly what happened, which sucks, because in the Euro session there was no entry. So there was a break breathe here, and it was really tough to catch. The reason it was really tough to catch is that you got an immediate zero trade if you're as quick at zeroing as I am, then definitely within the hour you have your zero trade in. So I would have been zeroed on this. I don't know if I would have caught anything up. I didn't look. But anyway, so that's where we're at on that. So that's my yesterday's, and let's get out of that crap. So I have a projection that I really like up, as if this is going to go way up and we are in an actual four leg, proper four leg, then I got an ultimate projection that I like, which, oh, come on, which is up here at the 2650 area. Let's go look at the H4, and I'm going to do a retracement fib for the whole system here. Actually, let's take this one first. 2650 is a, wow, there's nothing on it there. Let's see what it is on the whole leg. Come on. Oh my god. Okay. Alright, so ding! So we got a 61.8 retracement at 2660, and this was at my ultimate Fibonacci using prior market here. Is at 2655. So I consider that fantastic. So this is my ultimate area. This is what I really want to see before I start holding on to my sells. Yeah. And you can see that I have, if we motored up there, we could get there pretty sweet. Otherwise, we have to actually make some time if we're going to use this trend line to go up there. You can see that it may dick around here for a bit before we go into our next leg up. So, okay, so anyway, ultimate, that was easy. 2650, 2660. Now let's break it down. This was ugly. This was actually a sell point for me last night. I was looking at it, and it would have been definitely a zero, because I would have, it went 15 pips my way. That means I put a zero in, and it was a wicka-wacka, wingy-wangy garbage one. I would have tried to put in a trend line. There's no trend lines broken. Not even the 3x3 was broken. So there we go. Now, this is the trend line that I like-ish, right there. Yeah. So if we break this and breathe it, I'm quite happy to see some. It would be perfect for a Euro Open because we get some wing. Because remember, there's a big trend line coming down that we just poked through with this, so we get some wing. So there's not much I see in there. Let's get into the pivots now. Okay. Some kind of respect happening there. See if I can get some trend lines in here. This one was ugly. Wow. You can see that you have a system in here, and it broke, and it breathed, so you would have been able to get a zero trade in, but it was ugly. It just burst right back in. And now we're coming down out of it again, so let's ignore that one. How do I like? Oh, I like it right there. The reason I'm doing trend lines here is because it hasn't given me much in the way of fibs. So I'm just looking at if I can see. Oh, you can see we had a break breathe here, which is probably more like that. Yeah. So we had this system coming through. It broke, it breathed, and we went up. And it also broke and breathed. So actually, if I was trading the Asian session, which I don't, I wouldn't have taken this trade because you can see that we get in between two break breathes at the same time. And your range is 4 pips. So definitely not taking that trade. Even though it was a nice breathe here, it was a nice breathe there, I would have ignored both in such a small range. So if we come on down tonight, we do have definite tough area depending when it comes down, anywhere in the 2485, 2490 area. So you can look to trade there. I don't have any fibs here though, which is just quite disconcerting. I'm going to take this full move up. Let me get rid of whatever fibs I have here. Let's get rid of these. Yeah. So I'm just going to put the full move and a fib here. Now if it makes higher highs tonight before you guys get this, then you can do it again yourself. So we have a 23.6 minor resistance in here too at 82. So you can look for that, but it's ugly. It's ugly. But anyway, you can see how flat this was when I did this yesterday. The 38.2, it had to stay very flat to only, hit the 38.2. And actually, if you take it from the proper end of this move, you can see that it only hit the 38.2 exactly. So A, B, C, exactly the 38.2, and up we went. And this to me, I can't speak right now, but if you just draw this down like this, it's not exactly, but it's fine. Oops. So if you just duplicate this in here, you get this really ugly system. It looks more like a break breathe than anything else, but it could be a really ugly version of this too, right? So if I take this sharp, maybe off of here, no, maybe off of here. Oh, ew, ugly. Anyway. So I can't really tell if we're in another, basically, this being 1, 2, 3, 4, that's what I'm thinking, 5. If we're at 5, we should do an ABC, and 38.2 of the whole system is below your L3 and your pivot. And it's breaking back into here, so I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm just going to check the 5 minutes, see what kind of fibs I have into here. That's 2450 area. Okay, and wow, that's incredible. We're just pounding through. We got a nice fib at the L4 as a test, but nothing really lines up. I don't really see anything that I want to trade. I may have to come on here later if something pops up that I like. Let's do a first fib of the day here. Probably the same thing. It's really shallow retracement. So we got the 2510 area as an up trade. May line up with something smaller. Where's my 15? So we had this whole area in here. See, that's lower than our first fibs down, which I don't like. This is the 2485 area for trendline bounce and breathe and lots of things. So I actually don't have anything I like. I wonder if we're going to spike up and give a fib down first. Okay. Let's see what 2/1 is. So let's get rid of this fib so you guys can see exactly what I'm doing. So I'm going to give the projection, because this is the proper 1 going to here. Just draw the trend lines. You can see what I'm talking about. 1 is to there. 2 is to here. So that's very simple and easily readable. So what I'm doing is I'm going to run my fib down and look for the 2618 level. Yeah, we just hit it, so we might hit it again. That might be what we're looking at. Okay, we may hit this below the trend line. So I'm gonna put our trade in here. This is at 25.45. You can see I have a pending order in there. Is that what that is? Yeah, good. Seems I knew what I was doing, whatever the hell I put that in 5 days ago. Yeah, so I wouldn't mind something doing that. Get a break, get a breathe up in here, take a trade. So I don't have fibs into this level. So what I'm doing is I'm using a larger fib, the 15-minute, and I'm trying to get a wave count out of this as an A leg, or a 1, I don't care, same thing. So that's what I'm doing in here. Now if I'm completely wrong, this is a good fib to use here. Probably there would be better. And that 261 lands up at 25.55. Yeah, okay, so I definitely like this trade up here. So we can make a higher high tonight. This is what I'm calling. I'm gonna put a triple top across here, and we have 2618 and the H4. So this is my trade for tonight. And I think it could be a full wave count. Yeah. All right, so 25.50. Take this trade tonight as a breathe. So what we're going to look at is if this trade does go our way, I'm going to look at getting out on top of this line. Depending how it happens, I may get out a portion, I may get out of all of it, but that's neither here nor there for you. Okay, so 25.50 is there. 70 pips-ish. Let's look at what the 38.2 is. See if that lines up. 25.50, say there. And 38.2 is 24.50. So we're looking at 100 pips. Let's see if that lines up with anything again. I think 24.50 was actually an entry. So L3. 24. Oh yeah, we had a fig down to that. That's funny. Yeah, so that's the L3 and the pivot and stuff. So okay, I'm going to rephrase that. Let's get out at 24.65. Yeah, let's do that. We have other fibs in there, but whatever. That's the trade I'm looking at doing tonight anyway. Okay. And if it comes down first, the only area I actually like is in here, and that's only to make a higher high. So if you want to do an attempt in here, I don't have any fibs in there yet, but you may build some fibs as we come down. If you are going to take an up trade here, I would consider getting out at our target. So again, get out at 25.50 area. And okay, I'll just put the arrows in there, make it obvious. Got a trade here, and we got a trade here that I really have to see how this works out. I'd want confirmation for this one. So this one's, I'll just put a maybe box over that one. How's that? There we go. Yeah. All right. So in this one, I have my risk reward. Yeah, got 65 pips, and I try to take it a little lower because if it comes up first, we should have time on our side. So I'd have to see the fibs in there. But anyway, if you just because I'm a little early on my I'm supposing quite a bit here. Let's just call it 65 down, 65 up, and make it easy. And we'll see how that goes tonight. Another way of taking this, well, I kind of leave entries up to you guys, whatever you're comfortable with. Another way to take this is a break breathe on this, right? But remember, a break breathe on this right now, you're right into this tough area again, so don't know if it's 7 pips. It's not really enough room to zero it. It's not enough room to trap. The other thing is we're under the H3, so it could be a breathe on the H3. So a break of this line may be fake out, right? It's tough. That's all I'm trying to say. And this was the trend line that I was talking about in the bigger time frame that I liked. We got lots of tops. We got a break breathe. It all looks great. So yeah, anything down here, I think it'll take a while to get there. So we got 24.90 is a buy area, and 24.55 area is a sell. That's all I got. Okay, so yeah, I'll pop on if I do trade, if I do one of these trades and have some results to show, or if anything really changes hardcore, and we have some other kind of setup or something, then I'll come back on. Okay, ciao.